Hey everyone, welcome back to 2025 Toronto International Film Festival for Breezeway Productions. I'm Kyle Guthro, and I am super excited to work the red carpet and see who we can interview, from A-list celebrities, directors, writers, composers, Oscar Award winners, and more. Stay tuned for more.
Clement Virgo, and the director of Steal Away, the film that's premiering tonight.
Awesome. Welcome to TIFF. Welcome to TIFF. So, got probably one of the toughest roles as a director in the movie. What would you say one of the things you had to overcome in this particular film?
I had to overcome being tired on set every day. But you know, it was a really wonderful experience, and I had a great cast, a great crew. Angourie Rice, Lauren Lee Smith, Mallory Johnson. You know, they were magnificent, and I can't wait to share the audience, with the audience what they've done with this film.
Now, without giving anything away, what is there a moment in the movie where you just looked at it as a director going, we got it, like that's the scene, that's the thing? Is there something that really resonates with you in this movie?
Yeah, there's a sequence in this film, maybe it's a little bit of a giveaway. There's a cave sequence.
Okay. Please do share.
and it's a really, we didn't have a lot of time to shoot that sequence, and I'm really proud of how it turned out.
Awesome. And then one just kind of personal final question. What made you get into being a director?
You know, I've always, I mean, like, it's a cliche, but I've always loved movies.
Yeah.
And I made films on, like, videotape as a kid, and I would stay up late watching films, and it was something that I wanted to spend my life doing, you know?
And we're grateful for it. So honestly, thank you. Enjoy TIFF, and all the best with your movie.
Thank you so much.
Then we are with
Angourie Rice. Hi.
How are you? Welcome to TIFF. How are you enjoying the red carpet so far?
I'm loving it. It's amazing. It's like a maze.
I swear it gets a little tight, but that's what captures great interviews. So question for you, can you maybe share a little bit about the movie, without giving us any spoilers, of course, and something that really was profound in this particular movie?
Yes, Steal Away is about a relationship between two women. I think I see it as a parallel coming of age story. The world is so specific and stylized, but also quite grounded. And for me, what really drew me to the project, and what I found to be so profound about working on it and reading the script, was just that relationship between these two women and how they grow and change together.
And just kind of go in multiple directions, but I'm going to keep the question safe. What do you do differently to prepare for this role?
It's interesting. I think each role is kind of different. Sometimes I see a character through like songs, or I see them through color or like images. And for my character in this, I kept thinking about a butterfly in a cage. That's how I saw her. I was also like the color like pale yellow, that kept coming to me. And what was so amazing is I came to the costume fitting and she said, "We've got this pale yellow dress for you." And I thought, wow, that's...
You manifested it.
We were on the same page about who this character is, so yeah.
And then just more a personal question. Say you're not in acting. What would you be doing? If you could do anything besides acting.
Something else creative. I don't know. Anything creative. When I was a kid, what I love about acting is I get to do everything, kind of. You know, you get to be the astronaut or the ballerina or the fairy princess. I mean, that's kind of the dream. So, I don't know, something else creative.
That's a great analogy. Thank you so much for sharing. Enjoy TIFF.
Thank you so much.
And we're with
Lauren Lee Smith.
Lauren, how are you enjoying TIFF?
I am immensely enjoying TIFF. I'm very excited to be here tonight. I'm excited that I have my friends and family with me to celebrate the premiere of Steal Away.
Well, for starters, you win the award for Best Dress, so congratulations.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
Secondly, what do you love most about this particular movie?
Honestly, for me, it's reconnecting with Clement and Tamara and Damon. I had my very first TIFF experience 20 years ago, almost to the day.
Wow.
with this same team. It was my very first film, Lie With Me. So this is really a full circle moment, you know, coming back 20 years later, still working, still getting to work with these incredible people. So I think that's what's making this so special for me.
You just took me in a whole different direction. You can share it. Of the past 20 years, is there one moment in your career that stands out the most?
Well, to be honest, that movie, Lie With Me, really it changed the whole trajectory of my career at that point. And Clement and Tamara really opened up my eyes to independent filmmaking and what that can look like, and going outside of yourself and really challenging yourself. So that to me was really a pivotal moment in my career, to be honest. And since then, I've kind of been chasing that same feeling, and this was definitely one of them. Yeah.
And then maybe a personal question. What would you share for somebody that's trying to get into the industry? What was that tip or that advice, or something that maybe someone shared with you 20 years ago?
Yeah, I think honestly, you need to build up your skin. You have to have thick skin. There's a lot of rejection. There's a lot of no's. You have to want this more than anything. To be in the arts and to make a living in the arts is not for the faint of heart. So you really have to want it, and not give up.
Awesome. Thank you so much. All the best. And here's to another 20 years.
Yeah, right? Thank you.
We are with
Tamara Berger.
So, can you maybe share a bit of insight, information on this particular movie?
It's a psychological thriller with young female protagonists who are fighting against the powers that be.
And your role was the writer, right?
Yes, I was a writer with the director, Clement Virgo.
So I got a massive love for writers because they're the geniuses behind it, because they're the ones that bring the idea to light.
Yeah.
What do you do to do you sit yourself in a room and just say with a pen and paper? How do you get prepared for writing a movie?
There's a lot of talking involved, actually. So I co-wrote the movie with Clement, and we had a lot of conversations. If I do a lot of writing, then I pass it over to him. I pass the draft over to him. He reads it. We talk a lot. That's kind of a lovely part of screenwriting as opposed to other kinds of writing. You talk a lot, and it always really helps inspire you and sort of envision things to then get back to the page.
So I've interviewed a lot of writers, and I love asking this question. How do you not involve something that you feel belongs in the movie, but you end up having to take it out or not adding it?
I mean, filmmaking and screenwriting is such a communal process, weirdly, even though it really is, butt on chair and person alone in a room, but it's still very communal. So usually one can be convinced to drop things and to change things, and at every step of the way, even during the making of the film, I was convinced to change things. Yeah.
And we are with
Gloria Mampuya.
Very nice. How are you enjoying TIFF so far?
So far, so good. It's my first time here. Really, really enjoying the energy. It's nice, and I'm excited to see what this movie is going to look like today. It's my first time seeing it as well, so it's going to be
really?
a big surprise. Yeah.
Any non-spoilers that you can share about the movie that you think the audience will really resonate with?
Ooh, that's a good question. Non-spoilers that the audience will resonate with. I would. There's still a lot of playfulness in that movie, which I think will resonate with people in a way that is still lighthearted and fun. Yeah.
So as an actress, it's always sometimes difficult, maybe just reading a script, figuring out, is this the one? Mm-hmm. What do you do to prepare after you've done the read-through?
After doing the read-through, for me, I like to ask myself a lot of questions about my character. How old are they? How long have they been in this circumstance? Who are their friends? Who do they love? Like really getting into the core of that person and figuring out what their values are and why they navigate the way that they do. And then that helps to get out of my head a little bit when we're actually shooting stuff, so that we can really just focus on playing with everybody else. Yeah.
And then finally, a personal question.
Yeah.
If you were not to be in the acting or in the movie industry, where would you be?
This is a question I've thought a lot about.
Okay.
I've had different career options. There was a time I wanted to be a psychiatrist, then I failed math and I was like, that's not for me. But I'm thinking now, I'm guessing something around maybe massage therapy or psychology, something that still involves working with people.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. Best of luck with the movie.
Thank you so much.
Idrissa Sanogo Bamba.
So we only allowed one question, but I got to give you a compliment for best dress. You look amazing, amazing, amazing. But maybe the one question I have is, what made you get prepared for this role? What did you have to do differently as opposed to every other film that you've had to prepare for?
I think, honestly, when it came to this role, it was just about believing that I could do it. Because when you're giving a lead with Clement Virgo, Mallory Johnson, she went to Juilliard. I'm looking at Arnold Pinnock, Ronnie. I'm like, whoa, like this is a really big, really talented cast. I want to make sure I'm prepared as possible. So it's really about like working the scenes, working the lines, and then be free, be malleable, don't be stuck. Try not to get stuck in a way that you think needs to be done. And I think what I learned the most is that when you let yourself be free like that, you get the most spontaneous and beautiful scenes because we're just being in the moment. And I think that the preparation of trying to be as present as possible is the thing that I had to kind of cultivate and adapt while shooting this.
Awesome. I appreciate it. All the best to TIFF.
God bless.
And
Thank you so much.